I have interviewed hundreds of candidates, and one of the most important parts of a strong interview is giving a good first impression. If you give a good first impression, you're much more likely to finally end your job search and get more offers. Let's not waste any time. Here are 5 helpful and practical tips that you can remember to give the best first impression in your interview. The first important tip to remember is that giving the best first impression doesn't only apply to the interview panel members, it applies to everyone you meet in the business on the day of your interview. You want to make the best first impression with the receptionist after you walk in, with who's escorting you to the interview panel, everyone that you come across just before and after your interview. This is especially important if it's a small business you're applying to, because everyone will know everyone and people will likely talk after the interview is done. If you're smiling and engaging in conversation and just being really personable with everyone you meet, then people are going to think more favourably, and this may even be passed on to the interview panel if those people are somehow brought into the discussions at the end. It's always going to benefit you if you put your best foot forward for everyone in the process. Again, especially if it's a small company. The next tip is to dress smartly for your interview. And yes, it may seem a bit traditional, it may seem a bit dated, but it's still so important to really put effort into your appearance on that day. It shows that you're professional, it shows that you're credible, and it shows that you care enough about the opportunity to scrub up. Of course, sometimes they may specify in the interview invite to only wear casual clothes. This could be because it's a practical task you're doing, or if it's like a manual role that you're interviewing for. But if it doesn't specify it, I always think it's better to dress smartly and make yourself look good for that day. Those who dress professionally as opposed to casually are going to be more memorable, and you're going to be at the forefront of the interviewers' minds. The next point is to make sure that you're arriving early, and I don't mean 5 or 10 minutes, I mean 20 to 30 minutes before your interview is due to start. This gives you enough time to really get into the zone, and if you're late or running very close to the start of the interview when you arrive, you're going to be flustered, you're going to be stressed, and it's likely that you're not going to give the best account of yourself. I really recommend that you plan ahead and really make yourself aware of where you're going on the day. Even if this means traveling to the venue a day before or maybe 2 days before the interview even takes place. If you arrive early, you'll have enough time to refresh your memory on the job description and to have a look over the company so that everything is fresh in your mind before you go in. Of course, you don't want to be cramming, but it is good to have everything at the forefront of your mind and you're calm and you're really in the zone before you go into your interview. Not only is it beneficial for you, but it's going to show that you're committed, it's going to show you're reliable, and finally it's going to show that you're punctual. These are all really employable skills, and they're shown only by you arriving 20 or 30 minutes early. The next tip revolves around when you actually head into the interview. So when you meet all of the interview panel members, you want to be smiling, you want to maintain eye contact and shake the hands of everyone who's involved in the session. Make sure you're only sitting down when you're invited to do so. This shows that you're courteous, it shows that you're respectful, and that you're professional. And make sure to introduce yourself with some positive energy and take note of the names of who you're meeting. You want to start that interview as confidently as possible and smiling and really maintaining that eye contact and really looking after your body language in the interview is going to hopefully disguise some nerves, because you might be nervous and that's completely fine. But heading in and really making that positive impression with your body language is going to really help you, and it's going to propel you to succeed throughout the interview. That takes us nicely to point number 5, which is to maintain your confidence and show your personality throughout the whole interview. As we said, when you walk in, you want to be confident. You want to be confident when you're answering questions and when you leave the interview at the end of the session. Make sure you're smiling, make sure you're really engaging in conversation and really listening to what they're saying. I know this is all easier said than done, you will be nervous, but I promise you, you'll find your flow as you go through the responses. We've really banged the drum on confidence. There is a fine line between being confident and being arrogant, so make sure you stay on the right side of it, of course. But I want to say this as well, so you remember to keep your confidence up in the interview. You should be really proud that you have got to this stage. They are interviewing you because you've clearly got something they're interested in. There was something they really liked on your application, on your CV or resume. So you should remember this and be proud that you've got to this stage. They're not going to have invited absolutely everyone, and this is a two-way discussion. So be proud of yourself, Maintain that confidence and make sure that you keep your nerves in control. If you are worried about interview nerves, I do have a video. Please click here when you're done with this one, as that will really help you. But if you can keep the confidence levels up throughout the whole interview, it's really going to help. You want to show yourself as personable, as friendly, and someone who's really nice to work with, and that's going to make you much more memorable at the end of the interview. Okay, so those were 5 practical tips to help you give the best first impression in your interview. I really hope this has helped. If it has, please leave a comment, let me know down below, leave a like and subscribe for more content to help you smash your job search. It's the best way to motivate me to keep making videos for you guys. But otherwise, I hope the interview goes well, go smash it, and I will see you in the next one.